PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at this coin called Kava, and I'm super bullish on Kava, and the reason for that is because we're in Wyckoff accumulation. This looks like a continued weakness Wyckoff accumulation structure. Now, the thing with Wyckoff accumulation is that it manifests in many different forms, sometimes in the forms of a falling wedge. Or in other words, it's called a continued weakness, a continued weakness schematic, where every time we try to break out of long-term trendline resistance, we end up failing. So, if we go back all the way to 2020 and 2021, we can see that we corrected with Bitcoin and we stayed down within this falling wedge until all coins were ready to pop off. You can see back here in March, we were going sideways within this range, and a lot of retail mindset, they would be thinking, oh, okay, this is a falling wedge, it's consolidating here within a sideways range, it's going to pop off like this. But no, what this was the last phase of distribution, you could say, before we enter into expansion. So all of the dumb money enters in here thinking they're buying for the anticipation of a breakout to the upside. But what happens is the composite operator knows this, right? And hence why we have a concerted effort to keep price down below these range highs over here at $1.11 or $1.14. And then in March, we finally have one more blow to the downside. So, right? So this over here would be your accumulation. This over here would be your manipulation under the range. And this manipulation, this blue box, is where all of the smart money is entering their position in, right? If you buy within the blue zone, if you buy within the manipulation zone, you hold that position until we get the expansion, right? Now, remember, this happens with every single coin. The only reason I'm presenting this coin to you is because all of the coins that have done this are already within the expansion phase, right? So there is accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution slash expansion. So over here, this whole range over here was accumulation, but more so over here. So the dumb money was accumulating over here, right? All the normies. You had one push down or one last blow below the range. This over here was your manipulation, where all of the smart money accumulate, and they're still accumulating as long as we're under this range, for the anticipation of expansion to the upside, or in other words, a relief rally. Now, this relief rally would likely take us to the 78.6% fib, sitting at around $4, measured from our 2021 high down to the bear market low. But considering that this coin has been suppressed for a very long time, I think that we can get deviation above the range high, sitting at $9. This coin actually reminds me a lot like CRV, in a sense where we have deviation below these macro range lows, and now we're coming up for deviation above the macro range highs. So although from here towards the 78.6% fib is 678%, I do see a 22x in the works. Now, that's not financial advice. We'll definitely have to see how the waves play out and how the structure plays out. But so far, we are above the 21, 30, and 9-week moving average. We can even see that 161 days from this March high down to this trough, we were declining on low volume. So when you have a low volume pullback, it's usually a sign of a healthy correction. And then you can see that we get sudden bursts of these. You get sudden volume bursts here at the lows within our manipulation phase. So this is the CO accumulating right here, right? So the CO, or in other words, the composite operator, there was concerted effort to keep the price down below these range highs, right? Then they drive the price down below the range lows, so they can accumulate for the anticipation of that nice pop to the upside. Now, I personally, my bias is that I don't think it's going to be a slow grind up. I mean, once you're in the manipulation phase, you tend to see a very explosive push to the upside. We can even see here on the weekly RSI, we do have a little bit of hidden bullish divergence measured from our January low in 2023 down to the August low. So we have a lower low, but we have a higher low on the weekly RSI, with the RSI likely to head towards the 88.6% fib sitting north of 75, a reading of 75. So now, this is not the only coin that's doing this. Like, we can even take a look at H-bar, for example. So let's take a look at H-bar over here, and we'll go through many different examples. So this is H-bar. I believe I showed you guys H-bar in my previous videos. Now, H-bar, very similar thing. The only difference is, so hold on here. H-bar, okay, boom. So you guys see, this was your range, but the range was slanted, right? And you had manipulation below the range. So this is your accumulation. This is where all the dumb money is accumulating. Once you go below your trend line or your established range, this is your manipulation, and then you have your expansion, right? We can even see the same thing with Sologenic. Now, Sologenic, I gave Sologenic to the Discord members before it did a 10x. I literally said it was going to do a 10x, and 10 days later, or I don't know, 12 days later, it did it literally did a 10x. So and I knew it was going to do a 10x because we had manipulation under our established range. This is your manipulation before you have that expansion, right? This is your accumulation, then you have your manipulation, and then finally you have expansion to the upside. We can even see the same thing with, let me see which coins did this. Let me see. We can even take a look at Link. I remember giving Link to the Discord members at the beginning of 2023, and everyone made a killing off that. You see this? This was our range, right? Our accumulation, and then you have manipulation under the range lows before you have expansion. It's like this with every single coin in crypto, but the gems are usually the ones that are still in the manipulation zone. So I hope you guys enjoyed the Kava video today. I think Kava can reach $9. It wouldn't surprise me if we go to take out those range highs back in 2021. Let's go back to Kava here before I end this video. But yeah, I think Kava is going to do pretty good. I think it's going to go way higher than the 786. I think it's going to do 20x because this coin has been suppressed for quite some time. We already have deviation below these range lows. You see how this over here was your low? And then we swept it right here in 2024. So we swept the range lows. Now what about the range highs? So I'm thinking about $11. And you know, this coin actually reminds me so much of CRV. And like this looks exactly like CRV. Okay, so this is CRV. You guys see this? Watch this. You see how we sweep the range lows here? Right here? But we need to sweep the range highs now. So we had deviation below the macro range lows. Now we need deviation above the macro range highs. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And if you want to stay updated with the market, along with all of your favorite assets, then click the link in the description below so you can get access to the Discord. It's a very amazing community. You get over 350 assets you can take a look at. You guys can ask me any question you want, and wonderful community that you can interact with, full of intelligent people, and lots of volatile coins and amazing opportunities in there. So yeah, definitely click the link if you haven't joined. So peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.